Hello and welcome to another of the CCMAS model video series. In education, I'm Peter Okebukola. I work in the Great Lagos State University. So what are the objectives of this lesson? We shall be looking at the history of CTCA, the theory and philosophical basis, how to use, reports on its effectiveness, and the future. So let's get into class. Hey, good day, dear 200 level education students. Hey, what's the title
The
of our lesson for today?
Things
things
worth
worth
knowing
knowing about the
about
cultural,
contextual
techno-cultural
Yes, things
approach
worth
of
knowing about the
CTCA.
cultural techno contextual approach, CTCA. Yeah, since you are in 200 level, you will have had 100 level of this CC mass model video lessons. Have you found the lessons, the videos helpful so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fair. Let me do a
Yeah.
poll. Let me do a poll of it. Yeah, I'm launching the poll, and the question is: have you found the CCMAS model video lessons? Oh, surprise! What already useful in education course and in education and courses in your teaching subjects? So you either select yes or no or partially. Please go ahead and let us poll. Yes, you can see. Interesting. Yeah, I can see that we have out of 33 of you, that's 97% say yes, and only 3% say no. This is quite encouraging. Let me share the results with you. You can see from your end what the results look like, about how well you are enjoying or finding useful the model video lessons. Yeah, so the video of this lesson will also be produced and added to the database of the CCMAS model video lesson. Yeah, so let us get on with the lesson. As you can see, the reference in the CCMAS document is to Education 201, curriculum delivery, and teaching methods. That's where you're going to find this things worth knowing about the cultural techno contextual approach. So there are these two books. The curriculum itself is the one on the left, and the one on the right is one in the series of books that have been developed on the CCMAS topics. How much did it cost? Oh, free. Yes, you heard me right. Free. Now let me show you how you can access these two books. I'm sure that in your 100 level you have downloaded them, but you see, this site nuc-ccmas.ng will bring you to this lovely site, and there you can go to downloads, and with downloads you will find the different CCMAS documents. Yeah, so here we are. So you look for education. So that's it. You can click on this, or you can click here, and then the download will happen. And what then do you have? You have that book that I've shown to you. Yeah, so here it is. It's downloaded, and you can find it here. So this is the curriculum itself, which I just showed to you for education. What about the book, the CCMAS book? So you can see we have it. So the drop down in the CCMAS box will take you to education. And if you click on education, it will give you the education book. So that's it. Let's see, is that where it is? No, it's just coming up. Oh, bravo. Here it is, CCMAS book education. You can download it from here. Download complete. So this is the education CCMAS book. That's what it is here. So that is it. Let me see. No. Okay, it's coming up. Actually, it is this. Yeah, come on now. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's what it is. Bravo. So this is the book. You'll find all the chapters related to CCMAS Book 1. There'll be several in the series, as I said earlier, and there's two books two documents that are free for you to download and use. Yeah, so here you are with the two books, the curriculum itself and the education book. So for this lesson, this video lesson, it is on Education 201 curriculum delivery, and teaching methods. And we're looking at this particular learning objectives. Identify local epistemologies and context and the use of CTCA in the Nigerian context. You can see as part of the course contents, cultural, techno-contextual approach, CTCA. And the chapter of CTCA in the book, which I'm sure you have been using, downloaded from 100 level, is chapter 24, things worth knowing about the cultural techno-contextual approach. So our chapter for this lesson, or this lesson, is focused on this chapter. Indeed, if you scan this, it's going to take you to the website of CTCA. Now, the objectives are as listed. The book, the course text, the text for this lesson you'll find at this link. So the objectives of the lesson, as we have listed, we'll go to narrate the historical origin. We're going to look at the theoretical and philosophical basis and the rest that we have here. So this is the text. This is the course text. It's free. Breaking Barriers to Learning, the Cultural Techno-Contextual Approach, CTCA. And if you go to this website, you're going to get it and all the materials that are required. Now, this is the website for CTCA. Let me take you there. The site is ctcapproach.com. And indeed, if you Google CTCA approach, you will find CTC approach. You will find several of the resources here. So it is about CTCA, inventor, history of development, research group, partners, philosophical and theoretical framework, how to use. You'll find it's quite helpful. Studies on CTCA in biology, in chemistry, in physics, computer science, pre-primary and basic science, public administration, general, and they have the resources, video, and the rest of them. If you cannot remember this size, just Google Cultural Techno-Contextual Approach, and you're going to find, quite a lot of materials. Scholar article about the CTCA. So this worth exploring. We have also developed a mobile app for CTCA. You can find this on you can download the materials from Apple Store and the rest. So let's go to lesson objective number 1 about the history of CTCA. You'll find this in chapter 1 of the book, which is free. Now, there was a problem of, apparently there still is, problem of students not doing well in science and different subjects, aside from science, achievement level, depressing, and international tests show African students not doing as well. So efforts have been made to address this, reforms of curriculum, improve resourcing, exploration of several methods of curriculum, and the rest. But you see, if we do not situate the method within the cultural context text, then there's a challenge. So Mr. Culture came knocking at the door to see whether we can get some method that we can pitch at the level of the culture. So for 40 years, oh yes, 40 years, my research group and I explored effectiveness of different methods through rigorous experiments. We explored what I've labeled West-inspired models. That's Oyibo type, Oyibo inspired. The inventors are Oyibo people. Jean Piaget, cognitive constructivist, Jerome Bruner, discovery learning, Robert Gayen, hierarchical learning, Benjamin Bloom, mastery learning, David P. Osubel, advanced organizers, Joe Novak, concept mapping, and Johnson Brothers, cooperative learning. I actually worked in the labs of many of these people, and I used their models. And, the African, if it's not Oyibo thing, then it's not good. So then thought after 40 years, we explored. And then we found that we could, what did we explore? We looked at cooperative learning, V-diagramming, and the rest of them. And on the right here, is the inventor of V-diagramming. Beautiful method. On the left here is Joe Novak, the inventor of concept mapping. I did that research. I served as the African coordinator for many of these methods. And I just thought to myself, no, let's also try. This is Howard Gardner, of Harvard University, who came up with multiple intelligences. We did quite some studies on multiple intelligence. So our efforts from 1974 to 2015 resulted in the development of the cultural techno-contextual approach. And indeed, by 1992, we won a prize, UNESCO prize, Peter Okebukola, for his contribution to reinforcing the teaching of methodologies of science education. So we unveiled the CTCA, the approach, in 2015. So what is it? It's based on indigenous knowledge. If you pitch the teaching, the instruction, the delivery within the cultural context, socio-cultural context, we found that the dividends were quite rich. Also, technology. Well, we'll talk about the context here. So let's look at objective number 2. I've traced the history, 40-year history of the development of CTCA. If you want more, go to the ctcapproach.com website and you get all of that. So let's look at the theoretical and philosophical frameworks for this. For the theory base of CTCA, we have the Vygotsky's theory of social constructivism, the Osobel's theory of advanced organizers, and Okebukola's eco-techno-cultural theory. And then for the philosophy, Nkrumah's ethno-philosophy and Heidegger's techno-philosophy. Now, let's just quickly gallop through a few of this. Vygotsky's theory of social constructivism. Now, this is Lev Vygotsky, great man, Russian, who came up with, well, let me give you a little bit of his history. A Soviet psychologist, he lived for only 37 years. And he's still shaking the world. Now, he came up with this concept of scaffolding, and you get what he called the zone of proximal development, scaffolds all the way there. So the instructional scaffolding is that compared to learning independently, students learn more when collaborating with others who have a wider range of skills and knowledge bases. For the teachers, the same here. So let's take step 1. Of course, I'm going to take you through the third objective about what is this whole thing, CTC, about? How do you implement it in the classroom, in the field, or in the laboratory? So step 1 of CTC is about peer tutoring, peer learning, and cultural issues related to the topic of every lesson. So if you go to chapter 3 of the course text, which is free, you'll find that there. Let's go to Osobel. David P. Osobel, an American psychologist, actually a psychiatrist. He came up with this theory of advanced organizer, that you present something like a teaser, like a first course to the students, and then you'll find that will stimulate learning. I'm providing you here a little bit of David P. Osobel. Now, Osobel's theory is information presented by a teacher or facilitator that helps the student organize new incoming information. And he came up with this subsumption theory, and that is the new thing will be subsumed under the existing philosophical framework of CTCA. As I said, ethno-techno-cultural philosophy. You have the Nkrumah ethno-philosophy, and then Okebukola's ethno-philosophy, which focuses on shared beliefs, values, categories, and assumptions that are implicit in the language, in the practices and beliefs of African cultures as they affect learning. Martin Heidegger came up with techno beat. CTC has a technology beat there. So that's, I'm showing you here, you can see here, CTC is an amalgam of culture, of context, and of technology. Hey, this is the heart of the matter. How does CTCA work? Now, in the classroom, if you're implementing it, it is a 5-step procedure. The first one, before the lesson starts at all, maybe a day or 2 or 3 before, now you give the assignment to your students to look at cultural practices relating to that topic they are going to learn. So the instruction to students, for example, in step 1 is that, oh, dear students, we are going to learn about ionic bonding, ionic and covalent bonding. Now, I'm going to give you an assignment. Now, when you go home, ask from your parents or significant others about cultural practices that relate to bonding, and go online, go to YouTube and other resources, other web resources, find out materials relating to bonding, ionic and covalent. Watch YouTube videos. Step 2, when they come to class, the day of that lesson. So you begin by getting the students into groups and asking them to summarize what they have learned before before getting to class, and then group leaders will then present the summaries of what the groups have learned. And the third step is you present the lesson in a progressive form. So you can see cultural here, cultural is here. Techno is also here, by the way. And then as the lesson progresses, you have a sprinkle of humor, and then you draw practical examples. This is important for the immediate surrounding of the school. So that is the A. This school come get double, triple O. Now that's the context bit of CTCA, and then lesson progresses and linking the topic with cultural practices and the web resources. This is a very important step 4. Like all the others are important. Step 4 is where you now link the culture, the technology, and the context. Then when the lesson is over, it can be a 40-minute lesson. Then you will summarize the lesson you can summarize the lesson and send via either WhatsApp or SMS to the students. That's the first lesson. Other lessons you will have assigned students to do this summary and send to the others. That's CTCA in the classroom. What about in the lab? It's more or less the same thing, except that this is applied to practical work. CTCA in field studies, you go on excursion, it's the same sequence, but as the field trip progresses, you give examples from this, and it goes on like that. That's how CTCA is implemented. If you go online to the ctcaapproach.com site, you see a lot of videos on the implementation of CTCA. These are some CTCA activities. And we talk about cultural, talk about context. Now, these are some case studies that you find in the CTCA book. Refraction of light, you can say this as refraction, and then this variation in color of maize. There are over 2,000 of these examples that were provided in the CTCA book and the site. So non-identical twins, these are some others. The next objective of the lesson is to provide case studies of successful use of CTCA. We're happy to report that since 2015, CTCA has been making waves all over Africa, all over Europe. Many people, many researchers, they have plugged into this because, look, they keep working on V-diagramming, concept mapping, all the others that are West-centric. Now, I've seen something coming from Africa, and people are excited. Now, the Africa Center of Excellence, Innovative and Transformative STEM Education, it's a Lagos State University, is pushing this agenda, and we have in the following countries, CTCA climbing the crest of research. In Ghana, in DRC, in Senegal, in Burundi, it's moving all over Africa and also all over Europe. This chart, which you may not be able to see very well, is a report of papers that have been published in top-rate journals, not in any roadside journal, but in 2020 and 2022. 2023 is something quite heavy too. Now, what's the future of CTCA? CTCA, as narrated a few seconds ago, is making waves. We have fine-tuned CTCA slightly. We are concluding that to get what we call the 2.0 version, where we will have the students get onto the site where we are depositing all manner of cultural issues relating to different topics. So they do a QR code. We have a QR code. They scan that and they will go there. So if they are not able to get materials, then they will get from anywhere else. They will get from that site. We are also fine-tuning the web app. The app is one, the mobile app, excuse me. The mobile app, the students can then upload whatever they are finding exciting within the context of the school and the topic, and also indigenous knowledge relating to the topic. Hey, I can see the hand of Franklin up. Franklin, do you have a question?
Yes, I have a question, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what about if the students and parents don't have any idea of the indigenous knowledge related to the topic?
Oh, well, I'm throwing that to the class. Anybody to answer that? I can see that Deborah, you have an answer. Deborah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. The students, the learner can also ask people in the environment in which they reside about the indigenous knowledge related to the concept, and also there's room for group discussion about the indigenous knowledge which they've come about.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Welcome to the end of the lesson, and I hope you have enjoyed it. Let's summarize what we have learned so far. Oh, yes, in summarizing what we have learned this lesson, we narrated the historical origin of CTCA and described theoretical and philosophical basis, and we studied the process of using CTCA in the classroom, laboratory, and field studies. I highlighted case studies of successful use, and we did a forecast of the future of CTCA in the teaching methods toolkit. So mission accomplished. Yes, it's got to give you some exercises. If you turn to page 718 of the CCMAS Fundamentals of Education, Book 1, you'll find this exercise. I've asked you to provide a brief narrative of the origin and development. Describe the eco-cultural theory of science learning and state how it relates to CTC, and the rest on this screen. So that is it for now. Do we have any questions on the lesson?
No questions from my end.
Okay, no questions.
Not for now.
Okay, not for now. You have enjoyed the lesson. I've also enjoyed presenting it. So till the next class, it is bye-bye from me.